Letter to the Young Women of Malolos. On December 12, 1888, a group of 20 women of Malolos petitioned Governor-General Weyler for permission to open a night school so that they may study Spanish under Teodor Sandico. Far. Felipe Garcia, a Spanish parish priest in Malolos, objected, but the young women courageously sustained their agitation for the establishment of the school. They then presented a petition to Governor Weyler asking that they should be allowed to open a night school. In the past, young women were uneducated because of the principle that they would soon be wives, and their primary career is to take care of the home and their children. In this letter, Rizal yearns that women should be granted the same opportunities given to men in terms of education. The salient points contained in this letter are as follows. 1. The rejection of the spiritual authority of the friars. Not all of the priests in the country that time embodied the true spirit of Christ and his church. Most of them were corrupted by worldly desires and used worldly methods to effect change and force discipline among the people. 2. The defense of private judgment. 3. Qualities Filipino mothers need to possess. Rizal is greatly concerned of the welfare of the Filipino children and the homes they grow up in. 4. Duties and responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children. 5. Duties and responsibilities of a wife to her husband. Rizal states in this portion of his letter how Filipino women ought to be as wives in order to preserve the identity of the race. 6. Counsel to young women on their choice of a lifetime partner. The responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children. Whatever a mother shows to her children is what the children will become also. If the mother is always kissing the hand of the friars in submission, then her children will grow up to be minions and mindless fools, who do nothing but do as they are told, even if the very nature of the task would violate their rights as individuals. Qualities mothers have to possess. 1. Be a noble wife. That women must be decent and dignified, submissive, tender, and loving to their respective husband. 2. Rear her children in the service of the state. Here Rizal gives reference to the women of Sparta who embody this quality. Mothers should teach their children to love God, country, and fellow men. 3. Set standards of behavior for men around her. 3 things that a wife must instill in the mind of her husband: activity and industry, noble behavior, and worthy sentiments. Inasmuch as the wife is the partner of her husband's heart and misfortune, Rizal stressed on the following advices to a married woman. Aid her husband, share his perils, refrain from causing him worry, and sweeten his moments of affliction. Rizal's advice to unmarried men and women. José Rizal points out to unmarried women that they should not be easily taken by appearances and looks, because these can be very deceiving. Instead, they should take heed of men's firmness of character and lofty ideas. There are 3 things that a young woman must look for a man she intends to be her husband. 1. A noble and honored name. 2. A manly heart. 3. A high spirit incapable of being satisfied with engendering slaves. Rizal's letter to the young women of Malolos centers around 5 major points. 1. Filipino mothers should teach their children love of God, country, and fellow men. 2. Filipino mothers should be glad and honored, like Spartan mothers, to offer their sons in defense of their country. 3. Filipino women should know how to protect their dignity and honor. 4. Filipino women should educate themselves aside from retaining their good racial values. 5. Faith is not merely reciting prayers and wearing religious pictures. It is living the real Christian way, with good morals and manners. In recent times, it seems that these qualities are gradually lost in the way Filipino women conduct themselves. There are oftentimes moments where mothers forget their roles in rearing their children, because of the overriding idea of having to earn for the family, to supplement their husband's income. Although there is nothing negative about working hard for the welfare of the family, There must always be balance in the way people go through life. Failure in the home cannot be compensated for by any amount of wealth or fame.